Happy Sunday afternoon. Had to get in some flight time after all that programming I did this week on the Boxer, Radio Master Boxer. Total epic fail. No matter what I did, it would not bind to this helicopter or the other one I have. So, let's see here. Getting too far zoom. So, I'm going to do a regular flight on the regular radio, E-Machine radio. This guy. Stock radio. Now on this one, as soon as you turn on the heli, radio's on, you know it, the radio's flashing slow, and the heli's flashing fast, waiting for bind. And so when, on the other radio, you do that, you have to hit the bind before it goes into that flashing mode. It's like it never even saw the radio. Something is going on in the internal 4-in-1 module. Somebody missed something on the code, even though I had the latest firmware. This model does not work in the Boxer radio. Now I know they work in TX16S because I've seen 4 different guys doing it on both models I have. And it works fine. It binds like in 2 seconds, less than that even actually, from the time you hit the bind. It's like a half second to a second bind. So we just, what's that? Okay. We just got off the phone and online on the app, Heli Direct app, and ordered the TX16 Mark II Max that has the red and black. That's the only one I could really see good. I found out with this one, Boxer, everything was black. I'm sitting there trying to work. I had to turn bright lights on. I couldn't, because I can't see black on black, white on white, stuff like that very well at all. So that was a pain, made a lot of errors. There goes a tractor mowing the field over there. Surprised, he must have let that field rest this year. Usually it's pumpkin field or corn. So I just got that order from Heli Direct. I wasn't going to wait till tomorrow. It's what I did a week ago when I ordered a Boxer. That way it goes right out in the morning. I try to file a return online, can't do it even though they say go to our return center. There is none. This is just a bunch of policy. So I got to call them 9 a.m. Eastern. They're in Indiana, and tell them what happened. It's faulty. I got a problem with the left stick. Throttle won't zero, so every time you turn it on, you get a throttle warning. Even if I went all the way negative trim on throttle, it didn't matter. Still got the warning. And let's see, what else? Besides the 4-in-1 not working, not binding to anything, but an old DSM's the only thing it worked on. And that was on the original old version in there. And I tried 3 different levels of firmware, no difference. Even though it says in this firmware documentation it covers the E129 C186 protocol. Somebody hadn't done it. I've never found anybody online on YouTube or anything flying a Boxer on one of these E-Machine 129s. But I've seen, like I said, 4 or 5 good working with the TX16S, so something is different. And they do have different variation. The Boxer is not exactly the same as the TX16X, because when you do transfers, you get warnings trying to move YML files over. So there was that. Oh yeah, the other thing I'm saying is the battery. Advertises 20 hours use. It goes like 3.5 to 4 and dies. I was programmed, all of a sudden it just dropped from like 7.5 volts and went clear down to 6.2. Did that 3 times. So that isn't right either. I think it's old stuff from last year. So I want to get the other one ordered. I'll call them tomorrow, see if we can get a return from them. Get this sent back tomorrow too. Probably a UPS drop off. They send you a label. So now you're all caught up. I just had to make the plunge, another $100 to do it. So now what I sold, the plane and my radio, I'm just going to come out close to what I had to spend now. Paid off this helicopter today. I paid him off, had him split into 4 months, cleared that out. So now just have this and my MD 500 heli to pay yet. Still got 2 payments on that, I think, 2 or 3. Okay, now it's like in the 80s, I think, low 80s. I didn't check. It's humid too. And we got about a 6 to 8 breeze out there. Fortunately, it's from the south, but I'm glad to watch. If I get out there, it'll suck me out and blow me north to the right. So let's get this thing bound up and go. I'd fly it one more time here. Bide my time until the radio comes in, which won't arrive till Wednesday on UPS. It's 3 days, 2.5 days, whatever. Look at that quick bind. See, that's smooth. On the other one, if I did that, it'd be 8. It just like jerked like a robot. So now let's calibrate again because I was trying calibrations on the other radio. Instantly. That can mess it up. So that's what I'm proving out now. I see the right blade is hanging down. Let's see what it does. Down and out to start the motor. And there it goes, perfect. And it's dancing on the box. Vibration. I got one blade that's got a little catch in it. It's not totally free swinging. I have to fix that. Keep feeling it when I set it down and straighten the blades. A little bit high there, buddy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Major wind gust. We got to go up in agility. That is strong out there. It's not just, that really hit me. I felt that on my arm and face. Just puffed in hard. Looks like you're really leaning to the right a little bit. Now I can go back up on the uptrend because battery come off his cheek. There he goes. I gotta get back here. That's too much wind out there. Crazy, you can't even see it all. Try to come up a little bit. He's really getting a wind ride. See, it's taking him up and down. Shaking the tree out there. Come on, get up there. Come back up to where it was normal. Try to trim up so it'll climb. Which is not. I know trim works that way. You don't want to get too high, because there I did it manual. It just goes right back down. Because the wind is making it go up and down like on waves. You really got to watch. This is why I need the other radio, get the better stick resolution. Get away from it. The wind's making it tough. Now, here we go. We're going to stop it. Chop the weed. Chop the weed out there. Stopped it because it went crazy. When I turned sideways, broadside to the wind. We'll go get him and start him up again. Landed level in the weeds and gravel right there. Okay, no harm, no foul. We recovered the weed. It's laying there, we're going to blow it off. Yeah, I definitely got to just slightly tweak the blades looser. These seem to fly better when the blades are flopping around loose like it came in a box. Which I thought, man, that's too loose. For a bigger heli, yeah, it would be. But these little ones, they work better when they're freed up. Because when I tightened it where you'd think a normal heli would be, it started shuddering, vibrating. So now, let's see, I'm going to recalibrate again because it landed, chopped something. And start in 1. Because you can't take off in 2. Do not want to do one-touch takeoff. I learned how to program all that stuff in that other radio, but I couldn't bind, so I never got a chance. But this thing needs low rates. I'll have 3 rates set up. I need to get it toned down and put a lot of expo. Get the rates way down because it's way too touchy on all angles. Ground Control RC flies one of these on a Mark 16. or TX16S Mark I, Open TX, and he's got his settings up there. You have to add like 70% expo on a rudder, and you know, it snaps around too much, it's too twitchy. This radio, the resolution that sticks is terrible, especially around the center. That's where you need expo. Here we go, down and out. So now it's got a little bit, okay, let's do it. There it goes again. I hate that. Go back to one. I'm pushing forward. What's it do? It starts going the opposite way. It starts backing up. Crazy. That's pretty good right there. A little bit to the right. I think that's from the wind. It's settling again. There we go. I'm going to turn it sideways because that's when the wind hit me. I see it really working the flag and the leaves out there. You can't see that. And when you get it right there, it starts really getting the wind back. So try to stay back there. Hope it don't eat it. There's a big wave of wind, just rode it up. Have to turn just a little bit. Angle into the wind some. Actually a little more. Boy, it's touchy. I'm holding the pinch grip so I don't, see there it starts blowing back and it won't respond. Now it's going too much the other way. It works better on number 2. Even then I'm pulling back halfway and just now started to move. I hate it. So dangerous. I don't know why every time, whatever direction you go, the first initial move is opposite the stick the way you're pulling. It goes the other direction, then it catches up. Look out. Now we're getting out of the wind. Only way I can control it is keeping number 2 to overcome that wind. See, I'm trying to pull it back how it's just toilet bowling and stuff. You can hear the wind on the blades. Just come back out of that. Must be a south-southwest wind that's coming in there. It's not due south or straight from the south-north. It's kind of a crosswind coming in. I'm holding manual down and right stick to hold that. And there it moved, I pulled right more and it moved left. It's crazy. Sorry, the wind's driving it down. Can't always keep it up there. Going up and down on the wind. Bump it up. Try to keep it there. You don't want to ride the wind up into the garage trusses or the garage door. There it's hitting me again. Hit me on the arm and face. Going straight in. Look how it rode up. Now that's all hands off and it's just drifting, riding the wind. I mean, I've flown helicopters since 2010, I think, up to a 450 size, 3D, flown inverted and all that stuff, down low, upside down, flown in a show up at Fort Clinton Airport, up on the lake, did inverted stuff there with a whole group of people up in the airplanes and heli. I was the only heli at the time, all the rest were planes. Oh, there's a big drift to the, that was wind. Because I feel it coming around the right side of my body, hitting my arm. So I've got time on these things. I've set up flight bar FDL controllers, like the Beast. And yeah, I had a Beast. I might have had a Beast Mini. I had some blue something that didn't last too long. That was a pretty cool one, but they never made it. Company went under. That's pretty cool though. Software settings were real nice. And I had a 450 I bought from a guy that had a 550 Align cam piece. Man, that looked cool on there. It made it look bigger. It flew pretty good. Used to go down to the fairgrounds, fly that around. Crash it. rebuild it, crash it, rebuild it, until I finally got on. Turns out the guy told me the wrong mode for the flight controller. I found out it was set in scale mode. And the tail had bad response. So I'm trying to 3D and the tail's blowing out all the time. And I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? It's like in slow motion. So then I call somebody, Horizon. They said, well, that's the wrong side. You're supposed to be in blah, blah, blah. It was the total opposite of what I was supposed to have been flying. It's like, no wonder. After that, it did really good. I go up here to the schoolyard, fly there in the evenings, usually right around sunset. There's a gust. Trying to come up again, battery's getting weak. You hear me bump it, and it goes, the motor groans when I try to climb, just a touch. Because it's putting too much input. It's raw, 100% every stick. Can't progress this way. I do believe I can smooth this out because I watched Ground Control RC fly his, and he got it really smooth and got it running really fast. Hot runs in speed mode 3, which would be the dual race, third position, second idle up, or whatever you want to call it. I call mine, let's see, normal, stunt 1, stunt 2, stuff like that. There comes a bee in checking out the sound. I don't know what attracts them bugs, they hear that. Especially bumblebees and medium-sized bees. I had one on that 450 go take off out of the ground, didn't even know he was out there. Went straight up through the blaze, obliterated. They hear that sound, that resonance, and they attack it. I had that on video too. Might be in one of my old videos on the channel. I just come out to relax. If the window works around, although the breeze feels awesome because it's steamy out here. I just wanted to let it sit here and relax. Been doing too much brain work. I mean, I did 12 hours Wednesday, 12 hours Thursday, like 10 hours Friday. Then I did another 8 or something like that, whatever it was, added up to 46 hours. That was crazy. After I did some final tests yesterday, I said, that's it, there is no hope. I tried on the second heli. It didn't work there either, same actions. I thought, this is not going to work at all. And like, why should I sit here and fight this thing, be the first one in the world to get it to work? They've obviously got an unknown issue in the firmware with that E129 / C186. Nobody knows because nobody's done it. I mean, there's no videos on YouTube about it. Only Radiomaster TX16S I've seen fly these no sweat. Really ends up slick, so I just took the plunge. I got the radio I wanted in the very first place. Then I told the boxer, I thought, oh, everybody's saying these are good. But you know what? Most of them are flying ELRS on drones, like over in Europe and stuff. They weren't doing what I was doing. I mean, it should have worked, but somebody's got to fix the firmware, but will they? Well, you know, I couldn't even find how to submit an issue. I'm not waiting 2 more weeks for a developer to 2 more weeks for a developer to find this and do testing, write new firmware, and get it published out there in beta or something. I don't have time. I'm supposed to be taking this thing to Tennessee this week later. Going down and meet up with my son-in-law and daughter. Oh, here goes the battery. How about that? Get over here. Try to fight the wind, get over here. See if we can get back to the box. The battery's going to dump it. Give her turn it down. I won't hit the box, I don't have time. There he goes. So I'm trying to get ready. If I get this radio Wednesday midday, I should be able to have it programmed up in a couple hours. Once I bind it, then going through it takes 1 hour to go through and set all the rates, 3 rates, curves, 3 curves, well, 3 throttle curves, 3 pitch curves, and all the other switches I want, and all that stuff. Of course, what I'm doing, I'm going to get it, bind it. If it binds, I'm good to go. Then you start modifying. I'm not binding a clean model. I mean, I'm not going to do anything to the clean model until it's bound. Then I'll start doing all the settings before I go too much time into it. Any mods or anything, you got to make sure the basic, create a model, make sure a basic model works. If that binds everything, you're good to go. But I'm assuming, again, this is old stock maybe from last September or something, or November. I'm going to end up flashing a firmware, the radio and a 4-in-1 module. And that'll take about a half hour to 45 minutes. I have to find new firmware because it's a different model. I have to go back all through that again. I've done so many things, in and out, in and out, in and out. And 4 different authors of videos and help that it's like just scrambles your brain. So you got to slow down, go back in there and say, okay, now we'll go back and look at this video, whatever. Do this, this. I think I know on my computer what to launch and how to get it. And I want to try to install one more app, the Buddy Edge TX or something like that, .org site. He's got an app in there you can put in Windows. If I get that, it'll make it a lot easier. So you got to get the software in the first place in there to be able to start flashing and doing things. I was able to get the USB SD card reading to my computer and everything. It must have been the cable or the connection a few first times, but it works now, so it's easy to work on the model from the software, from Companion, Edge Companion. Okay guys, we'll let you go. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Go see what the Guardians are doing, Cleveland Guardians. They beat the Angels, I think twice now. We got one more game today going on probably now. See if they can pull it off again. We got a key player injured, Stephen Kwan, with a hammy. That's a problem. The boy's really come into maturity now, and he was really hitting. We did get a grand slam yesterday, though, so that was cool. I missed that. I didn't find the broadcast on the radio until on iHeart until after that. Okay, take care. God bless. Have a great week. We'll see you later. We'll get back on here with you when we get to radio. Maybe get a picture up on community page at least. One-handed helipilot signing off. See ya.